Okay, ICT also generated some pullbacks, but this has been one of the strongest issues we've had so far and continues to be able to climb into a rising channel. Current support closer to 300. So perhaps if you're looking to do some holding, you might want to be able to trigger profit taking if that 300 is broken. If it's broken, then looking at something between a duck back in closer to 275, maybe even 257 potentially as a potential support target for ICT later on, potential buybacks. Next, we have LTG, which has been very strong. Yes, it's managed to push over the 1030 or at 1030 marker that had established a potential resistance zone. But it looks like the last few days we've been seeing quite a bit of influence that seems to be quite unusual. So it looks artificially generated, and because of which I think I would still try to be able to take a little bit of some profits, because just like I showed you earlier, here's a situation, you have an extended movement. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up days, and you want to be able to try to be able to walk out with some degree of profits, and then allow this to be able to bank off later and look for your buybacks later. Maybe something closer to about 980 or 947 later on for buybacks. Then we have SM. So with the chart I showed you earlier, looks okay that we did to take some profits closer to that 1,000. And now we wait for prices to be able to look for next support. I'm looking between 954, maybe even 930 as a potential slide back for SM later on. PLDT, well, I think there was an opportunity over here. If some of you were lucky enough to have had this stock or maybe bought it when it broke out on this day, in 1 day's time, it was up 6%, and that normally is quite a world for PLDT to be able to come by already. In fact, PHI in the US was up 16% on that day. And I think when you have windfall profits like that, you want to be able to take some first. That clearly is a bird in the hand. Don't let it fly away and take your profit. And now, sure enough, today we had a bit of a sell-off. Now we want to wait for support to be able to carry forward. I'm looking at something closer to 1330. At the speed of the way it dropped today, maybe it could even go a little bit lower than that, 1330, maybe to even 1320 or even 1310. That's the breakout point that it moved back here first. So look there later on.